Dr. Paul here answering your question, when should I introduce gluten to my child? So you've got a new baby and one question is, when do I introduce solids? And it used to be 6 months, now that's 4 months, topic of a different video. But today I'm addressing specifically gluten. Now gluten is what's in wheat, barley, rye, and spelt. Those grains have a large amount of gluten, and you've probably heard that a gluten-free diet is the way to go. Well, a lot of controversy about that. 2 studies just published October 2014. They're in the description below. Links will be provided. In the New England Journal of Medicine, one showed that for celiac patients, so there's a percentage of patients in the population who actually have celiac disease. They make antibodies against gluten. It's a huge problem for them. They absolutely cannot have gluten or they will be very ill. And that percentage in the population can run from 5 to 10% depending on studies. So if you actually have celiac disease in your family and you introduce gluten at 6 months or 12 months, when are you going to develop problems? Is one way better than the other? And they showed that in one study, about up to 12% of people would ultimately develop problems with gluten, the disease. And in another study, up to 24% of these patients would develop the disease. And I'm thinking to myself, you could never introduce gluten and have 0 disease. Why would you take a chance at 12 or 24% of problems with celiac disease when it could be 0, simply by avoiding gluten? Now for the rest of us who maybe don't have celiac disease, you should know that celiac disease is just the end point in a long progression towards problems with gluten. People are having problems with gluten at a rate of probably over 50% of the population. It hasn't gotten bad enough that you're aware enough of the fact that it's causing you health problems. We're talking problems with brain function. We're talking problems with eczema and allergies and asthma, autoimmune disorders. It's been associated with diabetes. I mean, why on this good green earth would you want to take something like gluten when you have ample sources of great food? So, the more I learn, the more I'm aware that probably gluten is just one of those, byproducts of civilization that we ought to just get rid of. Because, it was started back in our, early days of civilization. You could store wheat and therefore you could get through a long winter, and it had its purpose. But I think the level of toxicity in our world to gluten for most people is such that this is just something to do away with. Now, big business is going to fight this because let's face it, the manufacturing industry just fills our grocery stores with gluten-containing products that are in boxes and bags, and it's simple and it's very profitable. So you're going to have a big pushback from people who are making money in the selling of this toxin. Wake up, eat real food. And if I had any family history whatsoever, it would be an absolute never. I'm proposing the rest of us consider never also. Thanks for watching. I'm Dr. Paul.